going on, my MSF family? It's your boy Ken, and today I wanted to go over something that I think it's quite fun. I beat Dark Dimension 3-second run not too long ago. I got my gold promotion rewards, and it got me to think how many of you are actually in the same predicament. You got yourself your gold promotion credits. Do you bring a character up to 6 red stars, or do you bring a character to 7 red stars? Do you hoard your gold promotion credits? So I want to go over all of that right now, but before we get too deep into the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell if you guys are not subbed to the channel yet. And then on top of that, I do have my own Discord as well. Make sure you guys click on the description down below and join in. It tells you guys whenever I go live on Twitch. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I stream Marvel Strike Force. And then, of course, I'm trying to get going in YouTube. So, yep, let's get into it. Okay, and before we get into this list, I did want to discuss with you guys the stat increase according to where you have the character. So if you have a 5 red star characters, it's going to boost the stats by 50%. And if you take them up to 6 red stars, it's going to increase to 60% as well. So, but the biggest jump in the game is taking a character up to 7 red stars. You take a character up to 7 red stars, you're going to increase their stats by 75%, which is a big deal. So a big jump from 67, not a huge jump from 5 to 6, but still very, very potential strong increase on someone in your roster. So I will say this, promo credits are going to be depending on what you do have, like I said, in your roster. So if you don't have some of my characters at 5 or 6 red stars, this might not be what you're trying to use your gold promo credits. But based on what I do have in my roster, this is going to be, I think, my best recommendation, or my best route as to what I want to do with my gold promo credits. So I do have Black Bolt to start off with, and Black Bolt's still so amazing in the game. He's very viable. I still think that, I still run my symbiotes in U7.5. They do very well for themselves. Him and Yo-Yo added with a couple of the symbiotes actually make for a really strong U7 raid team as well. So, but even outside of that, I am using him still in Arena. I am using him pretty much anywhere in the game right now. So I have him at level 5 ISO striker. He's my only character so far in my roster that's level 5 ISO. I haven't really invested too much ISOs in anyone else at the rate that I have for Black Bolt, just because he is that good in the game. I will say I'm very happy with him already being 6 red stars, so he's going to be an option, but I'm not 100% sure this is the character that I'm going to go with. And Thanos is another great option. As you guys know, Black Order is going to be good, and I still think even with power creep, Black Order is going to be really good for a long time. Also, not a bad option for him to have red stars on his own, but really where you start feeling the punch and when you start seeing the damage is when you go in arena and you face a Black Order with a 7 red star Thanos. Most of the time somebody's getting deleted on the other end, so the 7 red star Thanos is nothing to be upset about if you end up getting him organically in the game. But taking him from 6 red stars to 7 red stars is also not going to be a bad option in this game. So Thanos, Black Order is going to be really good for a long time. I think there's a couple of characters coming in that are going to be really good for Arena, but even then, Black Order, and most people will have their Black Order pretty built up, they should still be in a good place when it comes to Arena and other aspects of the game, period. Now, this is my favorite option. This is, I think, a no-brainer for me, and this is probably going to be the one that my gold promo credits are going to go into this time around. And that's Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister, the reason for it, can't knock him down. More characters coming to the game, and there is no character like Mr. Sinister still. He is the only character that can clone someone on the opposite end, and the #1 reason why you want to put red stars into him is because the clone is also going to benefit from those same stats being increased as well. So I do have a pretty strong Mr. Sinister myself at 6 red stars, but definitely want to give him the option I'm going to give him the last red star whenever he shows up in my promo credits, just because, like I said, I think this is a timeless kit. Mr. Sinister is going to be really good for a long time. He's viable for me. I still use him in Arena as well. Not a bad option for raids. But at the same time, just everything that he does, part of Marauders, who are Marauders right now, yes, there's a lot of counters to them, but a high Marauders in War is still a pain to go through. And if you have a strong Sinister and a strong Emma, good luck trying to get to them. Symbiote Spider-Man. I mean, this guy's amazing. This guy does it all. The only reason why I'm not bringing him up, and it's probably gonna be a long time before I can bring him up, is you guys can see I already have him at 6 red stars. By the time I end up getting him probably to 7 red stars, the game might be out. Who knows? So I wanted to include him in this list though, just because he is that good. He's the one-man army in my eyes when it comes to like the symbiotes, and he does it all. I'm a big fan of his AoE attack, and especially T4. As you guys can see, I have T4 to everything in him. His basic does it all, even his special. It just, everything about him works. There's not one thing that this guy's not doing when he's not on the field. So I love seeing Spider-Man, and I think he's a wonderful option to bring up. But like I said, I don't have him at 7 stars, and it might not happen anytime soon. Emma Frost, just for being Emma, it's another viable option to take to 6 red stars for me. I am not 100% sure that I want to go the route of taking more characters to 6 red stars. I'd rather, I think, take Mr. Sinister to 7 red stars as of now, and then still maybe hold on to whatever's left in the promo credits, or if another top character comes in the game that I do get like 6 red stars for, taking them up to 7 red stars. But Emma Frost, one of the last characters to stay alive, usually on the other end, and for a reason. If you put high red stars into it, it just increases all her stats as a whole. An amazing character, as you guys know, probably the #1 plug and play character in the game for me. You can put her anywhere and she does wonders for you. Between her and Baron Zemo, they do wonderful things. Dr. Octopus is another one. I have to wait for his legendary to come again and give him more stars, but I would love a high 6 or a 7 red star Doc Ock, so he's gonna probably be another option for me. In fact, like I said, I think Mr. Sinister is the route that I'm gonna go this time around, but I might hold off and just wait for me to get another star on Doc Ock and then give him that red star upgrade as well. So another viable option. He's a really strong legendary, probably gonna be one of my top choices when it comes to the legendaries that I do take into Dark Dimension for myself. He just did so much for me in the city nodes in Dark Dimension 3. So Doc Ock is a wonderful option to bring up. I just can't bring him up right now. I don't have him in the red stars for him. I just recently got lucky and I got 8 shards in the snow globe orbs for CULL OBSIDIAN, so I do have him at 6 red star. He's a wonderful option too. He is kind of like the wall. He is the wall of that is Black Order. You get through him, then you can start attacking the rest of Black Order. But you get through CULL, and if he's a high red star CULL, you are in trouble. The more red stars that this guy has, the more challenging that it is to bring this guy up, especially if you before a lot of the moves in this guy. So CULL OBSIDIAN is a great option, especially if you're trying to build up your Black Order. Probably not going to be doing this anyways as it stands right now, because I'm pretty happy where my Black Order is as of now, and I do want to invest in other aspects of my roster right now. But definitely a strong option, and if you guys have a strong Black Order team, adding that additional red star on CULL OBSIDIAN, it's a wonderful thing that you can do. But yeah, these are my options to take to my top options currently in my roster to take to 6 or 7 red stars. I think, like I said, it's roster dependent. Baron Zemo was another great character that you might want to consider had you had him to 6 or 7, 5 or 6 red stars. I just got another star on him. He's only at 4 red stars, so he's going to be one that until I take him up with promo credits, with silver promo credits, I'm not even going to consider Baron Zemo. But he, as you guys can see, he's in every video out there. He's being used all over the place. He's a great plug and play character, great PvP character as well, that I wouldn't mind putting red stars into, but unfortunately I have him at 4 red stars. This is the top of my roster. This is what I want to do. What are you guys doing when you get your gold promo credits? Are you guys using them right away, or are you just hoarding them? At the end of the day, I will say this: I'd rather that we use our own gold orbs, gold promo credits whenever you get them in the game, because at the end of the day, people will continue to hold, and yes, newer characters are going to come in that are going to be really strong, but as long as you have some of these top options that you have already taken the time to put resources into them that are going to be really good for a long time, you will not regret taking those gold promotion credits to take them up to higher red stars. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to drop a like again on this video if you enjoyed it. Let me know down below, what are you doing with your gold promo credits? Peace.